This video is sponsored by Charles Trent Limited. Welcome back to another video. I might have to shout a little bit because it is pissing it down outside. Why am I dressed in my home clothes, might you ask? Because it's a Saturday. I'm not usually here on Saturdays because I hate working weekends, but we are here today for a very special reason. The local celebrity, who I can now reveal as Kev T from Charles Trent, Trucker Kev T, local celebrity, is dropping off the V10 facelift bumper for the R8. Got it right that time. So yeah, we're just waiting on him to arrive, and then we can kick this whole thing off. Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
This is well attached. I didn't worry about that falling off.
Yes, that looks 10 times better, doesn't it?
Yeah, that spoiler, that, you know, the black. You think that looks aggressive with the bumper delete.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it with a V10 bumper.
That's nice.
That's better than I had imagined it in my head.
Yeah.
You know, that spoiler. I'll tell you what, I'll knock that down.
Yeah, much better. That looks really good.
And I've only got to paint this bit.
Yeah.
Because I can stay off black. Like the tiniest bumper ever.
Yeah.
Might paint the tips black, maybe. Paint them a gloss black to go with the rest of it. Got some behind the scenes footage here of Kev T doing his, what do you call them? B-roll. B-roll. I'm not that technical. He's doing a bit of B-roll, so it's not just my ugly mug for an hour talking about cars. I just want to take a moment to say a big thanks to today's sponsor, Charles Trent Limited. Charles Trent are one of the leading automotive recyclers in the UK, with over 90 years of experience and collecting over 50,000 vehicles a year. Do you have a scrap car you don't know what to do with? An MOT failure, damaged or faulty vehicle? Jump onto the Trent's website and get a free quote today. All you need is your vehicle registration number and your postcode, and it's easy as that. Trent's offer a fast and professional collection service with the best prices paid for your unwanted cars.
Me and Mike know each other because we used to work together, didn't we?
We did.
We used to work for the MOD on working on tanks.
I say work.
Yeah, working.
Most of the time, just pissing
and then we went our separate ways. I went and done HGV driving. Mike started up his little empire, and now I'm working on Fiesta STs on my driveway, and Mike's working on his R8 in his workshop. So that's how you make poor life choices.
I don't know. So if you want to check out the video that we've been shooting today, it will be on Kev's channel, because there's no point doing the video twice. And let's face it, Kev's got a few more subscribers than me, so it'll go out to a few more people and maybe some, bring a few more subscribers into my channel. So yeah, what I'm going to do is we're not going to cut the video here. We're going to go on now to actually fitting or painting first, then fitting of this V10 bumper. I'm going to swap hands because I'll do something now. This is a bit of clever editing for you. So fast forward to next week. Oh. And just like that, it's Monday morning. What we're going to do now, we've done a little bit of paid work this morning. A little bit. So now we're going to get on with the R8 bumper. So let's take a little walk downstairs and find out what's going on with that. Right, so here's the bumper. She's all hung up, ready to go, just sort of positioned it here. It's just nice sort of distance away from the floor. It's not going to get any dust in it, etc. Sort of utilising the ramp. We'll have to mask the ramp legs off because we don't want to cover the ramp in paint. But yeah, so here she is. I have noticed I've noticed here the whole bumper is actually covered in PPF. And PPF is, for anyone that doesn't know, paint protection film. They use this on a lot of supercars, mainly just to protect from stone chips and like stuff like this, like light scuffing. It's sort of like self-healing stuff. Most of the time you can heat it and the scratches will disappear. Rather oddly, for some weird reason, this has got it on the rear bumper. I've not really ever seen anyone PPF a rear bumper, because like I say, it's meant mainly for stone chip protection. So you're not really going to get stone chips on the back of the car unless you're going fast and furious, Vin Diesel style, backwards at like 100 miles an hour. Maybe this guy did. Who knows? Maybe that's why he crashed. So we don't really know the story. But yeah, anyway, let's crack on with this and yeah, see what's what. So we're now heating the PPF, basically for ease of removal. So the hotter it is, well, not to say the hotter it is, you don't want to get it too hot. There's a nice sort of medium where it's just softened up enough to peel off without leaving any glue. And that's the aim of the game here. We want to peel all this off to leave as little glue residue as possible. You'll probably not get away with no glue, but the less glue, the better. So underneath the PPF is this absolutely pristine paint. It just seems such a shame to have to sand this down, but obviously we don't want a blue bumper. It's just a little bit gutting really. Look at that. Absolutely pristine paint. But yeah, it's got to be grey. Can't have a blue bumper, it's gonna look weird. So we're gonna get on now with the prep. So we're just starting off now with a bit of paint thinners to soften up the glue. Sort of turns it to a sticky residue and then you wipe it off. It takes quite a long time to do this. So thankfully there was only one patch that needed attention on this bumper. We can see what we're doing here. We're just sort of going over the bumper, making sure there's no little bits of glue left. Now moving on to masking. I actually started masking up the bottom splitter here and then decided that, do you know what, it'd be a hell of a lot easier and cleaner if I just removed it. So we've removed the tips, they're going to be put to one side, and then we're going to remove the splitter and then mask off the top section of the bumper there. That's the splitter now removed. I'm just blowing it through with some air to clean out any dirt, removing the reversing sensors, and we're now beginning the panel prep. So that's sanding back with 2000 grade sandpaper, as we're using water-based paint, so it doesn't need to be anything too coarse. So we're just finishing up the sanding now, and then we're going to move on to degreasing. So it's very important to degrease a panel before you paint it to remove any contaminants. Any silicone, anything like that, it's just going to pop and it's going to cause fish eyes. So we're masking off the top section of the bumper now and get ready for the etch. So you can see me putting on etch primer there. It's very fast drying primer. Right, next up we're going to be coming in with the paint. So Daytona Grey is the colour, and we're using water-based paint for this, so it takes absolutely decades to go off. Every time you do a pass, you've got to fully dry it with the heat gun, otherwise the paint will not dry. You put lacquer on top of that, it just causes all sorts of problems. Right, so here's the most satisfying bit of the job, laying on the clear. Now there's a very important bit coming up in a minute. We're actually going to remove that top section of masking before the lacquer dries. Because if you remove it after, there's a chance you could peel the lacquer with it. Right, and here is the finished, well, it's not finished actually. I always do this. I'm going to say something and then retract it straight away. It's not finished yet. This is, it's all lacquered now. So I'm going to leave it overnight. I'm going to come back in the morning, flat it down with 2000, machine polish it, and it just gets rid of you know, anything like see those there, and there's obviously quite a bit of peel in it as well. So yeah, we want to get all that out, make it all lovely and smooth, and it will look like it's, after it's finished, it will look like it's been done in a booth, but without a booth. So yeah, that's some magic right there. There's a few other little bits here, but yeah, so once this is flattened and polished, it's going to look like glass. So let's fast forward to tomorrow. Right, it's the next day now. The paint's hardened off, so basically just going to go through it now and shave off any of these bits of dirt that have landed in it and flat it all back with 2000 and polish it up. It's really important to do this quickly, within a couple of days. The longer you leave lacquer, the harder it becomes and the more difficult it becomes to shine back up again once you flatten it back. So with this only being 24 hours-ish, with it flatted down and polished, it will come up almost instantly. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with that now. Right, so that's all the bits of dirt and imperfection shaved off with a blade, a fresh Stanley blade. It might seem a bit harsh, obviously, to do that on a freshly painted bumper. See, I've got another one there. Look. So basically what we're doing that just to flatten them off. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier. Oh, there's another one there. Look. So we're going to get on now. We're going to flatten polish with 2000. We're going to flat it all back with 2000 machine polish. Right, we're all flatted back now. That's 2000 all over. We're just going to go over that now with a machine polisher and buff it all up, and then perhaps we might need to go over it with the anti-swirl, but normally on a fresh panel you don't, but we'll see how we get on. Right, here we go. We're using the mop again. That's machine operated polisher, and also using the 3M Fast Cut Plus green top cutting compound. It's not what they call a polish, it's actually a cutting compound. It's very coarse, but it does such a great job of bringing up freshly sanded panels. Right, we're all finished with the polish. It's time to start rebuilding the bumper. So, just found out, well, I just discovered that the V10 has a single circular exhaust pipe. So this has got twins, which were fine for the shotgun style V8 and the oval style V10, but not the facelift one. So I've had to build this little contraption to funnel the gases through. Because it sits, basically, the exhausts sit so close to this, they would probably end up blowing by here and melting the bumper. So we don't want that, so just built this little funnel thing out of a bit of sheet metal. Just going to paint it all now, make it look a bit tidier, but yeah, that should work. Right, here it is all painted up, so go with matte black on these, obviously. I'm going to get that fitted up now, and got to make the other one yet as well. So I'll make the other side and get that painted, and then hopefully we'll get the bumper on. Nearly ready to go on. We've just been doing a couple of sort of loose test fits, see if there's anything in the way. And yeah, so we've had to chop out this little section here because the grills, for some reason, were fouling this piece here. So there's a little piece from here to here, and the grills were fouling it. So we cut that out, we test fitted it again, it does fit. The tips are all finished and in now. So I'm gonna get on and fit the bumper to the car. Right, so the bumper's all done, finished and fitted. So let's go outside and take a look. yeah, so the bumper's on. We'll see if the spoiler sticks around. I'm gonna wait till the new wheels are here before I take the spoiler off. I just want to see how it all looks together, but I don't know. We'll just see what happens, as we always do. We've actually got something pretty mental coming for the R8. It's on its way now from the other side of the world, not China. So stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss it. So anyway, if you want to see more of the video that we were shooting at the start, like I said, it's going to be on Kev's channel. Should be live now. We sort of think we're going live at the same time with both videos, so you can watch both if you want. It's just basically a little garage walk around here, showing a couple of the vehicles and having a bit of a chat really, and a bit of a laugh. So yeah, if you want to see that, head over to Kev's channel. But that's about it from me, so I'll see you in the next one. 'Cause maybe it's not fair when the lights are on.